Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news, this time for the week ending the 13th of August. We take some gasoline, pour it on the schedule report and watch it burn down! Burn down and schedule report then. So leading up to the release of Alpha 3.0, there have been some changes to ATV and the schedule report. Each week there will now be a update detailing where they are in fixing the final blockers and must fix issues for 3.0 before it can be released to the EVA Carty. And this replaces target dates in the short term, as it will literally be ready when it's ready, but it is on the final straight now. There are currently 83 of these must fix issues to be completed. During the last 7 days, there have been 32 new issues identified and 45 fixed. These numbers will change daily. If they identify new blockers, new issues, they will have to fix them. Sometimes this number might be higher from day to day, but hopefully every week it will get lower and lower. And there's the potential that it could be done very quickly within a week or two, or there's also the potential it could be done in a month or 6 weeks. So just bear that in mind. They are using priority terms to convey what order they need these issues to be completed in as well, with blocker, critical, high, moderate, but it's kind of irrelevant what they're called, to us anyway, because they all need to be completed before it's released. They create multiple Star Citizen builds per day, and QA perform these sanity checks, which are like a quick test to make sure everything works when they get these new builds, and then they test more aggressively if the issue's been fixed of the major list that they need to have done, and if there are any new ones there. Rotating and orbiting moons and planets have caused some issues with spawn points where players would spawn backwards. I believe now that the entities and spawn locations should now follow that object container orientation, so you place a spawn area in a place and then you won't have to worry about it in the future because it's in like its own physics grid and its own object container. They review these builds and the progress being made towards Alpha 3.0 several times during a week, and some departments will coordinate even several times a day. If a bug or issue is identified with the ship, for example, they will check it with another ship to see if it's a game-wide issue or a ship-specific issue, and if they're unable to test it with another ship, they'll put a note by it so that someone else can catch that. Falling animations were also the cause of some issues during the week, where you could get stuck in a falling animation jumping anywhere, so they've been fixing that. You could even become Slender Man. This is one of the weird bugs that we've seen, where they become a spindly, spinny thing. They fixed the Urza rover with some missing LODs and hubcaps, where it was floating off the ground when it was clipping or hitting rocks and things. The game dev entire branch has 3,676 open issues. That is everything, including Squadron 42 and mechanics far beyond 3.0. But they've locked down the branch from 3.0 and they're breaking it off from that developers branch, which is where we have the 83 current issues that they need to fix. And we're going to get 3.0 quickly as possible, but their priority is quality, and they do want to make sure that that is literally the best build that they can do before it gets to the EVA Carty even. There have also been some more additions to 3.0 as well, so Design have been working to provide more points of interest on planet surfaces, as well as aiming to try and to include some additional mission types beyond the original number proposed earlier. So we're going to see basic breaching and boarding. So this is going to be external door destruction. This is quite big. We were getting door locking in 3.0, but now we actually have door breaching as well. And it's going to be very basic implementation, almost certainly just like blowing off doors or welding doors or being able to destroy doors with focused fire or something. But it does provide entry and boarding into ships. Moons felt a little underpopulated, so to address this, they've added additional outposts on the moons to explore. They've improved lighting and some fog tech. They've continued to polish the turret experience, so we should have much better multi-crew turrets, and they've continued to improve the overall frame rate of the game as well. This week's sneak peek from the newsletter was the customs checkpoint from Levski. Though the settlement doesn't adhere to UEE law, it still does enforce their own customs checks, as residents there are concerned about criminal activities using the egalitarian commune as a hideout which could draw the UEE's attention. Some other headlines as well. The GamesCom details for the Star Citizen stuff there have been released. Beginning on Wednesday, the 23rd of August, they'll be streaming 4 days of live Star Citizen gameplay and interviews directly from their booth in Hall 9 at the Gamescom show floor from 12 PM CEST every day, except Friday, which they start at 10 AM, so 2 hours earlier. It's going to be hosted by some of your favourite Star Citizen streamers all over at twitch.tv/Star Citizen. On Friday the 25th, in the evening, there is the Star Citizen Gamescom presentation at the Gloria Theatre. Again, this is going to be live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Star Citizen at 9 PM CEST. Do not miss it. It might be the best Star Citizen thing we see all year. The Crux Cup is also a fan racing competition that started its heats this weekend. You can find out more at cruxcup.com, so check that out. That's being streamed live, some of that, so it should be quite interesting. ATV had a featurette on the Mobiglass and UIs. I've done a quick breakdown of that. Links below. Every month, we give away a ship. For August, it's a Nox Q. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my Star Citizen videos during the month. Do you have any questions about Alpha 3.0 or about Star Citizen's development in general, or about the Burndown report, or about the schedule report stuff? A special thank you to my Patreons who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you are interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to Patreon, as well as everything else we've discussed below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I will see you in the verse.